Hey guys, welcome to Part Ninja, the listening hub of the century. So first of all, happy Salah, because I'm recording this on Saturday and you can hear the sounds of things happening behind or somewhere. Right now I'm in Gwarinpa Fresh Grill with my guest Opeyemi, and we are going to talk about school help. There is no script. This is an unfiltered podcast session, so you're in for a ride, guys. Opeyemi, please introduce yourself.
Okay, hello everyone. So I'm Opeyemi and I'm here to talk about school help. Okay, so basically I'm a civil engineer. Yes, I'm a civil engineer, and I'm more about research and science communication to the general public. Yeah, so that's just me basically.
Thank you. Once again, guys, I apologize for the noise in the background, but this is the only the only spot that does not have, so much noise. Who's school help?
Yes, so who's school help?
See, recently we've had this Obi Kubana mom's burial thing, taking over the internet. Everybody's talking about it. Everybody's talking about how you don't have to go to school to make money. Everybody is saying if you went to school, you can't even make this kind of money. If you have a 9-to-5 job, you can't make this money. But at the end of the day, we need to really talk about it. Why would people all of a sudden disregard the importance of schooling? Why do you think that is happening?
Okay, so why people disregard the importance of schooling? Well, actually, looking at Nigeria today, just imagine someone has gone to school, primary, secondary, university, spent so many years, and eventually you get to go to a school where there is now strike, so it's increased. And at the end of the day, you finish school and you don't get a job. Of course, it's really, really frustrating. And this is happening in Nigeria and so many other African countries. So, it's not encouraging. At least you have learned something in school. You want to be able to apply that knowledge or something, but coming out and not getting a job makes it really tiring.
I also think that the quality of education in the country does not entirely relate to what is truly happening beyond the four walls of our schools. Yeah, education is always evolving. Schooling systems, schooling strategies are constantly changing, but we are not seeing that in Nigerian schools. Yeah, I think that is also a problem. But also, I think, just thinking that for a long time, seeing has been believing, and people have been using that to their advantage, posting things on social media, how large they are living out, what it took to get there, forgetting to let people know that, hard work still pays, education still comes into play at the end of the day. And youth are beginning to believe that you don't need the number of years you spend studying in school anymore to make it. Now, a lot of people, I also say, they like bringing up case studies like Mark, Bill Gates. Bill Gates.
Quite a number of them, like Mark, just quite a number of rich people in the world. People that have this general assumption that they didn't complete school. But, oh my God, you can't compare their working system there to here. It doesn't work that way.
I also feel that being a dropout does not mean you're not educated. Education.
Exactly. Now, it comes in different perspectives. For instance, you actually can't compare their country to ours. For instance, probably the normal minds, they're exposed. Like, you see many of them, they start college, they get equipped with the workforce environment. Mind that. You see many of them are schooling and working. They get themselves exposed. They get informed. Unlike the Nigerian system, many of us, except for internship that people experience, you really don't know what's happening out there, although I can't conclude that is the same situation situation for everyone, because many people started working at a very, very young age, and many people got exposed. But their system makes it quite different for them. And if you look at them, they're all about innovations and creativity.
Yeah.
They're not tied down to professional jobs like medicine, engineering. They believe exploring in different opportunities. Whereas in Nigeria, our mindsets are already streamlined to professional.
You
must be an engineer.
You must be a
you have to be a lawyer and all and everything like that. Yeah, so that's just it.
Okay, I'm also thinking, there is need for balance.
Yeah.
Because last, we are not doing DYDX. When you
not
come
at
out
all.
I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
It's not, but the principles, I feel like we still apply these principles back from school. Or from what we've learned in school, we still apply them, when we come out of school. I don't know about you guys, but school helps. But I want to give an example, and I want to use my mom. My mom never went to the university. I think, did she even graduate secondary school? I don't know. Before she had me while she was in secondary school. And that was it. But if you meet my mom now, you would think she has masters. So it's still... And I really strongly, I tell her, Mom, you are educated. She is educated, okay? Long before COVID came and the need for remote working came, she was already doing her business using WhatsApp. She has a WhatsApp group. She posts what she's selling or what is available. People order. She orders for it. She takes it to them. She doesn't have a physical shop. And she has been doing this years before now. Like, I'm the one that created the group for her. I'm like, Mom, we can do it like this. And now everybody is seeing the need and the importance of WhatsApp marketing as a strategy to sell. Even before WhatsApp business came. So isn't that education in play?
Yes, very true. Like you said about your mom wasn't ignorant, not at all. They said we are actually in an information age.
Yeah.
Very, very possible. Like, for instance, it's very possible you don't go to school at all and still come out very well. Like, I was watching this series, Suits.
Yes.
You remember Suits?
Yes.
The guy that got an employment in a Harvard law firm.
Yes.
And never had the opportunity to attend Harvard.
But he's as good as any of them.
He made himself so knowledgeable. They say something about the African man, that if you want to hide a secret from an African man, hide it in a book. Trust me, you might not go to school, but you need this knowledge. And how do you get this knowledge? By reading, by interacting with people, by communicating with people. You still get yourself educated and not just the ignorant person on the street. Truly, I understand the perspective where people are coming from. Going to school 5 years, it's like a waste of time or something. But you know that there are some people that still go to school and do not achieve anything.
Yeah.
There are some, we could even be very, very, I do not know, this is just based on assumption. There are people that might have gone to top schools like Harvard, Stanford, MIT, and did not achieve anything. What do you think? Don't you think that's very possible?
It's possible.
It's possible. But maybe we can look at it on the perspective that a school like Harvard would not admit people that are serious.
Yeah.
But I think it's very, very possible like that. So it's not just about going to school. You can pass through school and school will not pass through you. It's about getting your facts, getting your information, interacting with people, gaining mastery. Yes, you might not go to school.
Mastery.
Yes. What are you good at? Okay, for instance, right now we're seated in a craft shop, more or less like the building is made up of bamboo. You might be in a village, right? And there's a farm around you or something that you have access to bamboo. But you might just be a very, very good person. Like, you learn the art of bamboo, making things, and all. You did not go to school. You did not have that engineering knowledge or knowledge about bamboo, but doing your research. That is one thing that is killing Nigerians today, research. We just accept what the white man has given to us. We just accept, for instance, civil engineering. Most of the codes used in buildings today are the British codes. Our soil is different from theirs. They experience snow. We have 2 seasons, summer and rain. Okay, we experience rather rainfall and what's the other one again? Dry season. But we're using their codes. What are the research we're doing in our own environment and everything like this? So back to the bamboo person. What kind of research are you doing? You might not go to school, yes, but there are certain things that need to be put in place in your study, in your research, and gain mastery in that bamboo. And trust me, you could be the best. You know, white people, or rather foreigners, maybe probably before the education system, it was all about research before they decided to document things and say, let us put it in writing, let us come up with a school,
and teach
let
people.
us teach people. But that doesn't mean you shouldn't work on your own self-development. So that is one thing that is affecting we Africans today. We are just collecting. China comes, we collect. American comes, Germans come, we collect.
I think the best word is we don't question things.
We don't question
and when
things.
we question things, there are solutions.
Exactly.
And once there's a solution to something, that's knowledge. You've been educated.
Very true.
There is more to life, and it's beyond school. It is beyond primary school. It is beyond the 100 level. It is beyond your final. You cannot just come out of school and say, I studied accounting. Oh yeah, I want to start. There is more beyond school.
Yeah.
And I feel like the people who keep shouting, whose school help, are those who, how do I put it? They've not really understood the concept of education yet.
Yeah.
Because as I speak with you, I'm not doing what I'm not practicing, so to speak, what I studied. I studied engineering, but right now I'm in communications and idea strategies. And that is because I had to look inward and see what I was good at.
Yeah.
And then I started, in fact, that was the reason I studied what I studied for my second degree. And I kept on undergoing certain trainings upon trainings, putting myself out there, test runs and upon test runs, so that when I tell you, sir, I can do this for you, and this is what you will get in 2 months, this is the result I can bring in 3 months, that's education speaking. Yeah. And I didn't get that from school. I didn't get that knowledge from school. But if I had not gone to school to help teach me how to expand myself.
Very true.
To help understand what it means to, when you are preparing for exams, that's rigorous training, the processing. I think I'm still used to that process. So it's still in me that when I'm working, I'm constantly searching for new ways, new ideas. The way you solve a mathematical question
very true.
Could be different from how I've decided to solve it. There are different methods to solving things. And that is what education is about. So, my advice to people will be, school shouldn't be the institution. You have to decide to be educated.
Exactly.
You have to come up with your own niche. You don't stick to the whole be a doctor thing, be an engineer thing. You could study these courses, but still come up with something. That's invention.
That's where self-realization comes from. Exactly. I was even looking at something. People say Obi Kubana. He didn't go to school, but trust me, that man was mentored. He was, the whole policy of, stay under a master, learn. Of course, go and check his background. Go and check his environment. He didn't just jump. He has one of the best clubs in Abuja. Look at Hustle and Bustle that everyone is shouting. When you want to call top clubs in Nigeria, there's no way you won't call out his clubs, because somehow he has gained, I wouldn't call it mastery, but he has been able to render one of the best services to people. So we ourselves, we should even look at ourselves. Yes, you have gone to school. Let's assume someone makes up his or her mind. I'm not going to school. Now look at yourself. What do I have to offer to the world? Now when you define that, you look within yourself. Have other people also done these things? What am I going to do better?
Differently.
Develop yourself. Yes, there's so many people producing things, but what uniqueness are you bringing? What research are you going to do? What level of mastery are you bringing to people and all? So yes, you might decide you're not going to school, but at the same time, trust me, school helps. Because in the classroom of meeting so many people, you come up with very brilliant ideas.
Yes.
You meet people from different backgrounds, different mentality. In fact, it even opens you to the market or business world. That is where you get to meet more or less like your first customers in life. Or even if they are not your customers, you're hearing about people's opinions. For instance, you want to start making a product. When you ask about 10 people,
You know if they
have you
need it
used
or
this
not.
product? And yeah, school gives you a platform to meet people. I know people might say, yes, we can meet that, we can get that someone else. But remember something, school is a place of common goal to some extent, at least in a classroom of about 50, 100 people, you're meeting people with common goals, like-mindedness and everything. So from there you can extract something or withdraw something.
Let's share another story.
Okay, then.
I stumbled on an Instagram page of a young lady who sells Zobo and trains people how to produce unique Zobo drinks. She's got lots of followers. She's always selling out her products. Like if she produces 100, it gets sold out in minutes, it gets sold out in hours. And she's a graduate, but she is making money producing Zobo. Like Zobo, I do Zobo.
Okay.
Zobo is something you find everywhere. But she has decided to use Zobo as a source of livelihood. I'm just trying to point out here that your solution does not have to be complicated. It can be simple, yet excellent. Because she's providing an excellent service. People wait for our next batch of Zobo drinks. In fact, I wanted to send her a message. And another thing I noticed is there are people that are probably doing the kind of Zobo she does. But what is separating her from the rest is her social media game is top notch.
Exactly. She's informed.
She's constantly marketing. She's constantly letting people know that, okay, so these are the health benefits. This is why you need to get my Zobo drink.
That is content. And where do you get to learn about content creation and everything?
If you are not trained.
Trust me, I used to have a friend. You know, we have this mindset that Igbo people are the business people in Nigeria. And I was like, guy, you're an Igbo man, but there is something that education will bring out of you. I know many listeners might disagree on this, but education gives you more or less like, it could even take you global. You're dealing with people. If you're looking at going global, trust me, you need to be educated, because in signing terms of contracts, agreements, there are ways they'll just hide things for you, and at the end of the day, you just get lost. So if you're looking at a global scale, you also need to weigh yourself side by side, by your future, or what do we call it now? Your future prospects, or business,
prospecting,
and all and everything like that.
So, another story.
Okay.
So there was this woman who makes clothes for my mom.
Yeah.
She's as good as some of the Instagram vendors you see online. Now, when I see this woman, I see potential. I see global quality. I see international quality when she makes her dresses. But she's there making these dresses at underpriced rates. And someone is making more money for lesser quality online. But the issue is, even if I told her that, you have the chance of reaching millions of people and making more money if you can just decide to go digital, it will make sense. Why? She's not schooled. She's not educated enough to even know how to open an Instagram page.
You know, there was something you first said. Well, first of all, if you make up your mind to go to school, it is within your mind. In that case of that woman, she's not open-minded.
Yes.
She has killed her spirit.
She's of my mom's
by
generation.
Not being open-minded. Well, there's always a way to help us. It's possible she has had experiences in the past, except if, there is one thing with communication, and that will probably be a role of more or less like someone interested in promoting her business or something. You have to put her through the steps, make her understand this. She might be scared of money and everything. She might be scared. How do I go about it? How do I do this? What if people don't? She's already asking herself so many questions at the same time. I'm okay with where I am. I'm okay where I am, at least.
And the surprising thing is, she and my mom are almost age mates. But I tell you, my mom hears certain news before me because she's constantly online.
Oh, wow.
She's people have asked me, are you sure that's your mother? How can your mom be knowing things more than you? How can she understand what's good? How can she have more technology knowledge more than you? In this life, educationism, you can't tell me education is not important. There is someone selling akara to people, and cars are parking just because she has sold herself out there. The marketing game is on point. There's a difference between that woman and the woman who says in your local community and just sits there every morning sell our car, finish, and goes back home, and that's all.
Yeah.
I think the need to expand is also another thing that might boost or motivate you to get more educated. If you are contented with where you are, that small space, that's your
and
world.
contentment comes with mind. It comes from within.
I like where I did. I don't want trouble. I don't know how they use
But at the
that
same
thing.
time, too, again, when those people have, and when they have people around them that could guide them and everything, it just depends on the approach. It's probably you're not communicating in terms she'll understand. Give her examples. Try and break.
It is difficult to communicate to someone who doesn't even know what these things are. When do I want to start to tell you this is what Instagram means? And there are some people that know all these platforms, but they don't know how to use these platforms to their advantage. That is where I come in. Okay, guys, let me just use this opportunity to say I'm a communications and idea strategist.
Yeah.
So if you have an idea, you don't know where to start from, come to me. We'll break it down to attainable milestones. That's what I do.
Okay.
But if you're not educated to some point, I won't be able to communicate the strategies that are involved. So it's difficult for me to tell. We used to call her Yaista.
Another thing you could do, get samples of what she's doing on Instagram and begin to show her the prizes, what people are doing. And maybe she needs more pictures, show her things.
Do you know at some point I'm like, you know what? Let me make money off this woman.
Yeah.
I'll tell her to make the clothes. I'll open a fashion store online. Take badass pictures of the clothes. Put the price, triple of it. And triple the price is cheaper than some vendors on Instagram. Sell and pay her money. She will be happy that because she's making more money. But
many people are actually doing this today. This is what happened literally today. Many people are actually doing this.
They go to these people who are not... who are naive, who are ignorant.
I can remember, for instance, now my sister's wedding is coming up, so we're supposed to order this Yoruba tie and ashoke, right? And someone directed us to someone at Ilorin that makes them, and I think they make them for about 6,000 naira, right? They transport it, so maximum maybe per each ashoke, just a gain of 1,000 naira. And trust me, you check Instagram, that same ashoke is being sold for 15,000 naira. So just imagine how many times the price. And those people are seated there in the bush, in the farm, making it high and dry and everything.
I had a training, with the staff of, one of my clients. And when I was saying something, they're like, oh my God, so this is what they use this for. I've seen this, I've used this. I'm like, I know, but you guys are still going to pay me because you are paying for your ignorance.
Yeah.
So I think your ability to leverage on people's ignorance is also education. My people, please don't be angry. By the time I tell you how to use certain things as it comes to an idea strategist, you actually know these things, but you didn't know you could achieve what I'm achieving, for example, with these tools. Which goes back to solutions ought to be simple for people to, if not, you won't be able to replicate it, people won't be able to buy into your service. So my advice to people, look for what people are, look for the ignorance of people, of the masses, and capitalize on it. But it's also a fast way to make money. But let me
tell you something about this guy again. This guy, Jack Ma, CEO of Alibaba. Truly, he didn't go to school, right?
Yes.
But if you notice his trend, he had experiences. He was not ignorant. And there is something he says about his company. Get the most intelligent people, the most educated people. Get them to work for you. And if they can work together, then you have achieved something in that, because it's very, very difficult for intelligent people, like the first class students, and because everyone has his or her own idea. Even if you want to get into an Apple Incorporated, they won't just employ you. You need to be educated. So those people know the value of education, but in their case, they are not ignorant. But people are out there, people are saying no education, and they are also being ignorant. Where do you belong to? Pick a struggle. Is it that you're educated or
you're ignorant? So
you're ignorant.
Of ignorance is
so you can't just pick. And aside the education, you also need to be well informed, because there are some people that are educated that just have the grammar.
All of these things is encapsulated in education. There is no how you want to put it.
Exactly.
So my advice to people, if you cannot afford schooling, I understand schooling is expensive. Let's not say education, because you can be educated outside of school. please be informed. Please try as much as possible. Whatever it is you want to do, be creative and innovative about it.
Yes, right.
I've seen people selling the most simplest of things, making thousands and millions out of it. Try to make your solution simple. Try to make it relatable. Try to ensure that it is something you can replicate without problem. I think one thing the West has better than us is the ability to collaborate. We want to do everything on our own, and it's going to wear us as we get tired, because you don't have all the skills to probably carry out some ideas. If I want to have a fashion store, the business part of it, I need people that can sew, probably men's clothing, women's clothing. So people are talented when it comes to children clothing. You'll be surprised what they can produce. You could decide to work with all of these minds, all of these brilliant minds, and you focus on what you can do. I will market you. I will put you out there. Like, without the marketing, you guys won't make money. Without you, I can't make money. And that's where collaboration comes in. Becoming one as a result of collaboration.
And there's something I like to add. In case someone is out there and probably you're not educated or something, ask questions. Ask questions. Don't ever have this mindset like, okay, for instance, now you want to use Instagram or you want to use WhatsApp, and you be like, hey, I don't want this person to look at me and like, I don't know how to use this small thing. Trust me, just ask questions. You might have a business you want to go for. Ask as many people.
As you can.
Okay, quite right. Life was very unfair. You were not able to go to school.
It's okay.
But don't die in your ignorance.
There are people like
There
you.
are educated people that have this information, that have gained mastery in it, that know so well about it that you don't have to pay them money. They're just willing to give you that information. At least if majority of people can at least use Facebook, which is a common. If you can use WhatsApp, go on your WhatsApp status, post what you need. Do not have this pride. Do not feel inferior.
There are thousands of people like you. If you say you don't know WhatsApp, trust me, there are a million people that do not know what WhatsApp is. So what's stopping you from asking the question? See, highest. Anytime I'm speaking with children, for example, children and peer pressure, they don't want their friends to laugh at them when they ask the most ridiculous questions. I always clear the other student. I'm like, look, the highest anybody will do to you, my friend, the person I also ask a question, is that they will laugh at you. If they laugh at you, will you die?
Exactly, not at all.
In fact, the people laughing at you don't know it. And once I answer this question, they will use the knowledge to their advantage. Please ask. And anytime I do that, the children open up and they start talking, they start asking, and you'll be surprised the things they've always wanted to talk about and cannot. So you're really right. You're absolutely right, okay? Asking questions is important. Let's not think that what comes with ego, right? Pride,
low self-esteem,
ego,
low self-esteem.
As we are in this time and age, there are some things that I still don't know. And anytime I say it, my roommate right now, anytime I ask something, she'll be like, Pitemi, are you in this country? Ask. I think I've learned that I've known more things by asking questions than going to trainings and reading. I've learned more just by asking questions.
Exactly. And it saves time. It saves a lot of time. It does save a lot of time.
This has been fun.
Yeah.
This is really unscripted. Now, initially, I'm sure you were thinking, what am I going to say, dude?
Exactly.
What are the talking
I was just
points?
wondering.
But I swear that we could keep talking from now to Kingdom Come. I will just keep talking about it. And this is what Unscripted Plus Niger is. Thank you so much, Opey.
Thank you for having me.
Guys, once again, happy Salah. I'm at Fresh Grills in Gwarimpa. You can come here to get
suya,
kunu.
Yeah, the ambience is nice.
And this is like my spot for anyone living around here.
Yeah, very nice.
So till I see you in my next podcast. This is season 4 of my podcast show. It's called Unscripted. Yeah. I think my next episode will be police brutality, because I also talk about police brutality. But trust me, my next conversation, my next guest, I'm not trying to bring celebrities here. I'm just bringing people, day-to-day things that we refuse to talk about. I'm just letting people, learn about it. It's relatable. Wait. Plenty things are coming. See you guys. Bye.
Okalimbaye,